last relics of the 20th century. The 27-inch tube TV that's sitting in my bedroom. This thing has served us pretty well over the years. It's samg 27-inch TV. But we kind of thought about it's time to upgrade, so I just picked up the samg replacement. So let me show you that. Okay, so here it is. The Samsung Ultra HD 4K model 6290 40-inch TV. So this is going to replace my 27-inch tube TV. I'm sure it's going to be one heck of a difference. This TV was like $300 on, like a Black Friday deal, but I'm probably, throughout the holidays, you could probably pick it up pretty cheap. The reviews were really good, so I figured let me just quickly unbox it, then I'll get it set up, and I'll show you and tell you what I think. Alright, let's just see what's inside this box. Ultra HD.
是的，半岛6个州属将会在今年迎来州选，当中新盟执政的森美兰很可能会在5月解散州议会，还政于民。至于新盟和国阵是否会在州选联手抵抗马来绿色海啸，新州大臣阿姆纽丁将由新盟与这场会是新盟的主席结果成功打败，将可以作为向他合作的模板，进一步展现联邦政府的实力。
Alright, so in the box it comes with some cables, plugs, some batteries, and a remote control. This looks like the stand that's going to come with. And last but not least, oh, I'm sorry. No, this must be the stand. So I'm not exactly sure what that other piece is. I'll have to find out. Here's the stand that it sits on. And lastly, 40-inch TV. Got a quick setup guide. And that is all that's in the box. So I'm definitely not going to bore you with me setting this thing up, but let me get this thing set up and I'll let you know how it is. So the setup was super easy. I mean, this one piece that I pulled out first just screws right into the back of the TV with these 4 screws. And then the stand actually attaches right to that. So you come here with the stand and just kind of attach this right here. Oops. Right there like that, and then this attaches to with another 4 screws. So once you have that set up, the stand is connected. But I figured while we're kind of looking at the back of this TV, let me just show you what you get. So over here is the plug to plug into the outlets, and then over here you'll have all your connections. So this has 2 USBs. It has a digital audio out and optical cable. And it has 3 HDMI ports. So I know this one just is in yellow and says cable, but you still have 3 of them. It has an Ethernet cable LAN port. It has component videos and has antenna in if you just want to actually hook up an antenna. And that's pretty much it. I think it's nice though to have 3 HDMI ports, because if you have like a cable box or maybe a DVD player, now they have Ultra HD DVDs or Blu-rays, game systems, there's all different stuff you could have. So, even if you don't need 3 right from the get-go, it's nice to have it just in case you ever get something else for it. So let me get this, continue to set this up, and I'll hook it up to the cable, and then we'll take a look and see how the picture looks. Okay, so I finished installing the stand. It literally was those 8 screws and took probably about 5 minutes or so. Real easy. I mean, this is a 40-inch TV, so it's lightweight and real easy to maneuver. I guess if you had a much bigger TV, it might be a little bit, you might need a second person or something to hold it while you screw in the stand or something like that. But anyway, I forgot to mention 3 things that I noticed on the back that I just wanted to point out, right? So if you wanted to mount this on the wall instead of, like putting the stand on it comes with these 4, I guess, these holes that you would kind of screw in the mounting brackets I think they call them like Visa, V-E-S-A. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Visa screw holes for the mounting bracket. So that's where you put that. So that's on the TV. Also, I guess if you're going to use this, you know, maybe at an office building or something like that, maybe you'll use it as a monitor for a computer or something like that. It comes with these little locks to be off with the TV. There is also another one here on the TV. So if you were maybe having this TV at, you know, at an office or something like that, and you wanted to secure it, you could control the menu system on the TV. So I guess assuming that you have like this directional pad and a button that allows you to, you know, control the menu system on the TV. So I guess assuming that you lose the remote control or it runs out of a battery, something like that, you can still get to all the memories. I mean, you can still get to all the menus. Okay, so now I've set up the TV. Walks you through a little bit of a setup process. So you put your network information in, you set it up. This is a YouTube 4K video. I just figured let me just test it out and see what it looks like. But the picture is crystal clear. The sound is actually decent. It's going to be tough to see this. Let me just see if I can get it. 2-3 button and an extra button. Then at the bottom here you have a back button, a home button, and a play pause button. They have a volume and a channel selector, and to work this you just would click up and to make the volume increase, and click down to make the volume decrease. So if I click on the home button, it brings up a menu, and now this menu is the pre-installed apps that come with the TV. Click down to make the volume decrease. So if I click on the home button, it brings up a menu, and now this menu is the pre-installed apps that come with the TV. So you have your Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Video, Hulu, and there's a little app store at the right-hand side that gives you other apps. But say you want to get to one of your sources, like, you know, your cable box or something like that, I would just kind of scroll over to the left until you come up to source, and then you would click on up, and you'd pick the source you want to go to. So TV is where you'd actually plug a TV cable into the TV, you know, a cable, which I don't have. I have a cable box which is plugged in through one of the HDMI ports, and you'd pick the source you want to go to. So TV is where you'd actually plug a TV cable into the TV, you know, a cable, which I don't have. I have a cable box which is plugged in through one of the HDMI ports. I have a Roku that's also in another HDMI port, and now I have a Blu-ray player that's plugged into an HDMI port, but it doesn't show up if the power's off. Because at first I said it's not recognizing the Blu-ray player, but it's because the power is off. So if I turn the power on in the Blu-ray player, it pops right up. And then you'll see that we'll go into the Blu-ray on HDMI too. So that's kind of how that works. If I go back into the home button, I'll just show you and come back down and go to one over to the left. You have the settings button, so I can click on settings, and now you can go into all your different modes. So here's for picture, you have standard, dynamic, neutral, movie. Go back, the special viewing mode. There's a high dynamic range mode, which I haven't really played too much with any of these settings. This is pretty much right out of the box, but you know, you could play around with that. There's picture size, expert settings to let you really tweak everything if you really want to get into all these different things. But down over here, there's you have high contrast, and then at the very bottom you have color space, which if you want to get in and actually tweak all this stuff, you can. If you want to just tweak like the RGB, so you could literally just go, hey, show me the red, and it'll just make everything red, and you can tweak that. I mean, some people really get into that. For me, I mean, it looks really good out of the box. The color tone is standard, warm, cool, you know, so this has got all your typical features. Go back, there's a sound quality. So right now I'm using the TV speaker, and the sound quality, sound mode is movie, but you could have standard music, clear voice. So, you know, you can play around with those settings. Network settings, system settings, so your basic stuff. I'd have to say, quite honestly, for like $300, this TV is just an amazing looking TV. I mean, it's got enough that I don't really need to add and be really good. You know, I mean, you can see from that 4K video, I don't know if this video even does it justice, but the picture is really amazing, crystal clear. For an entry-level HD TV, Ultra HD I should say, I would definitely check out the Samsung.